Oh, I cannot believe I'm going to tell you this habit of mine. It's gross. Hello Poppets, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a video and tell you things that you won't know about me. You will not know. There might be some things in here that you've noticed have cropped up in past videos, but there are definitely things in here that I do not say out loud about me. This is going to be embarrassing and interesting on your half. You'll probably have a bit of a laugh maybe. You'll probably think I'm disgusting, but also what I want you guys to do, if you want to, I want you to join in with me and I want you to say 3 things about yourself in the comments, right, that you probably don't say out loud about yourself, or whether it's a phobia, a habit that you've got, something that annoys you that you don't tend to talk about. Let me know in the comments if you want to. But if you want to hear my deepest, darkest secrets, they're not. Well, some of them maybe. Basically, if you want to hear me sit here and embarrass myself, then keep on watching. And if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you love anything to do with Harry Potter, this is the place for you. Join the magic and mayhem on this channel. Hit subscribe, because I'd love to have you. A massive thank you to these guys. These guys are my Patreons. They help me keep this channel running just that little bit more. If you'd like to know anything about Patreon, it's linked in the description of this video, along with my social medias. Go see what I'm up to on those. Okay, let's do this. But I'll do a little introduction first. For those of you that don't know these things about me, my name is Susie. I'm 33 years old. I live in the UK. I am a wonderful wife. I have a wonderful husband called Matt. He has been in a few of my videos before. If you go look through playlists, if you've not seen him, he is in a few videos with me. We do have some videos planned, sort of, that we want to do together as well. He still needs to do a, oh my days, Canadian snack video, I think it is. But he's had 2 teeth removed and it's still quite tender. So he's been very, very careful still. But yeah, so I have a wonderful husband called Matt. I have 2 beautiful boys, Declan and Jamie. Declan is 13, 14 this year, and Jamie is 8, 9 this year. So 8 as in then turning 9, not 89. And then of course everybody knows I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. So they're basics about me. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is phobias. I have 3 main phobias that I tend to not tell people about, but I know that at least one of these has been mentioned on this channel before, maybe a while ago. The first one is the dark. I have a phobia with the dark. I think it's the unknown. Like when it's dark, you can't see, and it's the unknown of what's in that room with you, or I think it's that. I don't quite know. But yeah, the first phobia of mine that I'm going to talk about is the dark. So since being little, I've slept with a light on, not in the room. It's normally the landing light. Now Matt likes to sleep in the dark. Obviously, I like to see a bit of light. So we kind of meet halfway a little bit. We leave a landing light. No, we don't leave a landing light on. We have the bathroom light on, and our doors like open a crack, so I can see a light in the crack of the door, and I literally just bury my head under the covers. That is how it works in this house. But yeah, I am scared of the dark. Another phobia of mine, it's clowns. I'm not as embarrassed to say it, because since saying it once, I have heard a few people are scared of clowns. It's not actually that rare, which is awesome for me because I don't feel so lonely. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the makeup. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously when you see a clown, everything's over the top. They've got big shoes, they've got big clothing on, they've got big makeup on, big hair. I don't know if it's that. Why aren't I scared of women that completely like lather makeup on themselves? Maybe I am. I don't hang around with people that have that amount of makeup on, but maybe these women scare me. There are men out there that do that too. Maybe they scare me. Maybe I kind of like put these things together, especially with my third phobia, which I'll move on to in a minute. So with the dark, like I said, I don't know if it's because it's the unknown. When it's dark, you can't see. You don't know what's in there with you. With clowns, I don't know, maybe I don't know what's under that makeup, who's under that makeup. I don't know what it is, but I am scared of clowns. The third phobia, which I find links to them too in that way, is people dressed up in these big animal suit things. Oh, I'm petrified of them, honestly. Like, I'd be rubbish at Disneyland. Seriously, I went to our supermarket across the road. Literally, we have a supermarket just sort of round the corner and across the road. It's like a 5-minute walk. We've got a Tesco. And I love that I live so close because I don't drive. Matt drives, but I don't drive. So it's easy for me to get to if he's at work. But in the porch area, there was somebody in there once collecting, they had like a collection bucket and they were dressed up and I couldn't walk past them. This was literally like 3 years ago. I'm not even joking. I couldn't walk past it. I literally couldn't. I had Declan with me. Did I have Jamie as well? I can't remember. Might have been a bit more than 3 years ago because Jamie was in a pushchair, I think. I think I remember having a pushchair in my hands. So maybe Declan was at school and I had Jamie with me, but I physically couldn't go past it. What's wrong with me? But again, you don't know who is under that costume. So is that the fear for me? Is that the fear for me? I don't know. But yeah, so the dark, clowns, and people dressed up. There are other phobias I have, like spiders. I am petrified of spiders. Seriously, I have nearly burnt my house down so many times. So many times. Death petrifies me. It really, really petrifies me. I do also have, but people know this, especially if you follow me on my socials, I have health anxiety and I have white coat syndrome. Both them things don't work very well together if you have both of these. Health anxiety is where I'm not, what are they called? A hypochondriac? You know, where say they have they've bumped their arm or something and it hurts because you've bumped it, but then they think it's more serious, or they get a headache and they think it's more serious. I think I've got that right. I'm not like that, but I am scared when it comes to health. Like the state of the world when all that first started, I literally didn't leave the house for, I think it was 3 to 4 weeks. I was absolutely petrified. White coat syndrome, so with health anxiety, you'd go to the doctors, okay, because you'd want to get checked out. With white coat syndrome, it's the opposite. White coat syndrome, I am absolutely petrified of anything medical. I go to the doctors and my blood pressure's up, right? It is up. As soon as I walk into the building, my blood pressure's up. So my nurse has to sit me down and talk to me for a bit before she takes my blood pressure because I get so worked up. If I go visit someone in hospital, I'm not even talking about going to hospital for myself. If I go visit somebody in hospital, I will not take my coat off because I think they think I'm staying. I won't sit down, nothing. I stand there, see the person I need to see, which if I go visit you in hospital, you're very lucky because I don't go in the places. I don't get it. I can remember when we got our jabs, for instance, every time I went, I was a mess. And I can remember, like, every time I've been, because I've had all 3, and when they sit me down and they're like, oh, it won't hurt, and I'm like, it's not the needle. I've got tattoos. It's not the needle. It's you I don't like. Sorry, but I don't. I'm so scared of them. I always said if Matt was a doctor or a surgeon or anything like that, even a dentist, if he was in his work uniform in front of me, I would not go near him. I would not go near him, even though I know who he is and he's not there to look at me because he's my husband and he's either going to work or just come home from work. I couldn't go near him. I am so bad. But yeah, so I've got health anxiety and white coat syndrome as well. And both them things together are a nightmare. And my close friends and family know how bad I get over having this. It's not good. So we all have things that annoy us. So I'm going to talk about things that annoy me, but things that are weird that annoy me, that I think they're really weird. I mean, there's things that annoy any of us, like if somebody's rude to you, that's annoying and you don't like that. But we're not going to talk about them things, you know, the most common things that annoy you, obviously that would annoy anyone. These are things that annoy me that are just really weird. People chewing. I do not like hearing people chewing. I cannot stand it. Apparently it is a phobia. It is actually a condition and I can't remember what it's called, and I've only just found out about a year ago, but I cannot stand people chewing. Matthew, when you come round my house, you always have chewing gum and you're like, ah, and it irritates me. You know it does, because I give you the look or I say get out. Like, seriously, that chewing noise really does my head in. And having children, if you have children, you know them. Cannot stand it. It really annoys me. And sometimes when Matt's sat with me, it's natural to hear somebody chewing, even with their mouth closed. You can hear them chewing. And sometimes me and Matt are sat having tea together and I can hear it and I'm like, I love you, but I don't like you right now. Yeah, that really annoys me. I don't really know what else to say that annoys me. I am such a, what's the word? Placid. I'm really placid. Is that the right word? I'm just, yeah, what it is what it is kind of person. I don't have a short fuse. I don't tend to get annoyed easily, but yeah, that chewing really seems to get to me. But there isn't really anything else that gets to me apart from the usual things. Like I said, if somebody is rude to you, obviously that's annoying. Yeah, I think that's it for annoying, really, that I can, let me think. Annoying things that I do in my YouTube videos. So things that annoy me about myself that I do in my YouTube videos. And some of you will be like, yes, this annoys me too. So I say, but yeah, a lot. And so yeah. I do say them two things a lot, and it really irritates me when I'm editing. I don't know I'm doing it at the time, but I do say them two things a lot. Nobody's pulled me up on it. Thank you so much. I think all YouTubers have something they say a lot of. Like they'll repeat it. I don't think I repeat it an awful lot. I don't know, some videos I do when I'm editing and I'm like, oh my days, why do I say that all the time? But yeah, there you go. Look, I just did it again. I am terrible. So we're going to move on to something a little bit nicer. We're going to talk about some of my favourite things. If you've got any other questions that you want to ask, then ask them and I'll answer them in the comments. But yeah, so I've written some favourites down. So favourite colour. My favourite colour used to be white, right? But now it changes all the time. Like when I was planning this video, my favourite colour was yellow, but I didn't write yellow down because I knew it would be different. Today it's purple, actually. It's purple today. It's very strange. I don't have a favourite colour anymore, but it used to be white. Okay. My favourite meal is a roast dinner, a good gravy dinner. Meat-wise, I don't mind. Chicken, beef, pork. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is lamb. I don't like lamb. Lamb tastes weird to me, but it is quite a strong meat, I do believe. But yeah, no. Don't like lamb, but yeah, I love a gravy dinner. The Yorkshire pudding, the mashed tates, roast tates, everything, vegetables, oh my days. And then you put gravy on it, and then you add mint sauce. My mouth is watering. So obviously, because I've told you my favourite meal, we're now going to go on to my favourite dessert or pudding. I love ice cream. I could eat ice cream any time of the year. It's absolutely freezing today, but give me a bowl of ice cream and I am happy. Ice cream. And do you know what makes it even better? If there is crumble with it. I love apple crumble, rhubarb crumble. Most people have crumble with custard. Love custard and crumble. Really do. But I love ice cream with it more. Especially if the crumble is heated, so it's nice and warm. And then you put the ice cream on and it melts a bit. Oh, I'm getting really hungry now. My favourite time of the day is evening/night. What? Okay, that's creeped me out. We'll just ignore that. Yeah, evening, night time. I am a morning person, that's what I was saying. I'm a morning person. I get on in the day and stuff, but I love evening, night time. I don't know why, but I feel more alive in the evening and nighttime. It's really, really weird. But yeah, that's my favourite time of day. What else have I got favourite? Favourite place to be, apart from the studio tour. Okay. I love being in nature. So like the woods, camping, etc. I love nature. I love nature. I love being in nature. We try and get out at least once a week and go for a walk in the woods. I feel so at peace when I'm walking through the woods. I love trees. I'm a weirdo, all right? But yeah, my favourite place to be is in nature. And when we're camping, I mean, we're planning our camping trip for this year. And it's going to be a little bit different because we're thinking of going to Cornwall this year. We normally go to Yorkshire, or where have we been? So we went to Somerset in 2019. We didn't go far in 2020 because, well, we could when we went. You was allowed, but we went to Derbyshire. We stayed near Matlock. And then, yeah, last year we was in Yorkshire, which was absolutely amazing. This year we're thinking of going to Cornwall. Cornwall will be a bit different because it's where we're going to, it's all like beaches and things, it's normally like wooded areas we go and things. So it's going to be different, but it's still in nature, and I love Cornwall. I've been so many times as a child, but now it's time to show Matt and the boys where I've been camping in Cornwall and the areas surrounding, because I love Cornwall. It is beautiful. But yeah, favourite place. I'm an outdoorsy person, so yeah, give me nature and I'm a happy girl. Okay, we're going to move on to hobbies now. Now, hobbies. This is a hobby that everybody knows about. So I do YouTube. But everybody knows about that one because obviously you're watching me do a YouTube video, so you know this is my hobby. Hobbies. We all know I make, because obviously I do quite a lot of DIYs and things on here. Obviously some bigger than others, but just depends what's going on that week. But yeah, so YouTube itself, DIYs. I do a lot of creating off camera as well. I love making, I love dabbling with arts and crafts. The next thing I'm going to talk about that really interests me, is interested me for a long time. And in fact, in Thursday's video last week, I did say I would talk a little bit more about it. Now, I'm going to start talking about this a little bit more because I feel a bit more comfortable talking about it, because quite a few people talk about this thing now, and I was like, okay, there's more and more people getting interested in it, which is awesome. But to put it sort of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. In a nutshell, I love crystals, incense, candles. I meditate. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm currently, well, for a little bit now, I've been learning tarot, runes, and I do angel cards. Angel cards are amazing. They're quite a good positive thing to do. I try and do mine daily if I remember. But yeah, I feel a bit more comfortable talking about this because more people seem to be talking about it, which is awesome. It's not that I'm ashamed to be interested in it. It's just, I know a lot of people are a bit like, what? But to me, it's not something that I need to tell the world that I'm interested in. It's something that I'm interested in my own time. Matt knows, obviously. Close friends and family know. It's something that a lot of my family have been into over the years, and it's just kind of passed down to me. But maybe one day I will talk about that more, because there is quite a history of things in my family. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm pushing it for myself. I've said what I'm comfortable saying. But yeah, that's a big hobby of mine, a big part of my life. Next thing is habits. Oh, I cannot believe I'm going to tell you this habit of mine. It's gross. And I'm going to start off with my really bad habit. My really bad habit, and I have to say this because I do this a lot. Right, we're just going to say it. We're just going to get it out of the way with. I pick my nose. Oh my God. I said it. Don't unsubscribe, please. Right, normally a normal person would now move on to their next habit and just pretend that didn't happen. No, I feel like I need to just go and do it a little bit further. All right, basically I don't like anything up my nose, right? And I blow my nose, but there are certain ones that don't come out through blowing. I've tried twizzling the tissue, but you need a finger up there sometimes. I don't do it in public, I'm not disgusting. But Matt said I needed to say that in this video because he knows I do it. Because like I said, I don't do it in public, but I do find it's got to a point where I do it and I don't know I'm doing it. I'm watching telly and Matt's like, Suze, really? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm disgusting. I am vile. So I have a habit with my lip. I've never done it in a video. I don't think I have, but I do this. And that. Matt, the first time Matt ever caught me do it, he was just staring at me. But I was watching telly and I just went, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know, I do it all the time. And I do the bottom lip as well. I go. Honestly, I just sit there and get the urge to do it and it doesn't go away until I do it. So yeah, that is a really weird habit. But yeah, there's a lip thing that I do. Right, they're the two most embarrassing things. Another habit of mine is, I think a lot of people do this. Don't lie to me, you do it. When you lock your front door, I go back to check and then I have to check again to make sure it's locked. Security reasons, guys, security reasons. But yeah, that is a habit that I do. Another sort of habit is at night time when me and Matt are going to bed, I have to go upstairs first. And I think a lot of people do this too. They think somebody's chasing you up the stairs. So Matt's nasty sometimes and he chases me up and he goes, whoa. Nasty, babe. It's nasty. But yeah, he does that to me sometimes and he'll like grab my sides or something and I just want to punch him in the face, but then he'd fall down the stairs and it would be a mess and then yeah. And this is a really, really, really weird habit as well. I don't know if a lot of people do this, but if I'm sat in my living room, either watching telly or talking to somebody, if somebody walks past my living room window, I do the same when I'm in my office, because that's at the front of the house as well. So if somebody walks past and you can see him out the corner of your eye, can't you? I have to look. I have to look at that person walking past. I have to. Matt calls me a window monitor. But it also annoys Matt because when I do it, he looks because he's like, what? And I'm like, nothing, someone just walked past. And he's like, stop doing that. And I have to do it. If I don't do it, there was a time where I tested myself. Somebody walked past and I was like, I'm not going to look. No, I'm not looking. And then I was like really trying to fight the urge to look. And then eventually I turned back around and then I had to get up and go to my window and look down the street to see who walked past. What is wrong with me? Oh, that one just makes me laugh. I have to look. I have to. The last thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is personal goals. My personal goals for 2022. I'm already doing both these things. Losing weight. I've lost 1.5 stone. The second one is to stop smoking. 2 big cravings I am doing together, which is really crazy. Obviously I'm not stopping eating. I haven't stopped eating. I'm just teaching myself to eat to live, not live to eat. No? Yeah, eat. I need to eat to live. My problem is I comfort eat, and last year we had one hell of a year. I'm not going to get into that again. If you want to know, there is a video. It was the last video in December that I did. Before Christmas and New Year's. I wrapped everything up. It's my year wrap up video. I went through a lot last year and I comfort eat. I am really bad for comfort eating and I ended up putting quite a bit of weight on, but it's going. I wrapped it up in that video, all the bad stuff, and we're seeing afresh this year. I am losing the weight and I am stopping smoking. So not many of you knew I smoked, I don't think, because it's not something I talk about, because it just isn't. And obviously I don't sit here and smoke my cigarettes while I'm filming. But yeah, So in my year wrap up for this year, I want to have said I have lost weight and I am at a healthy weight. And I also want to say I haven't had a cigarette since, when did I stop? It will be a week tomorrow that I stopped smoking. A week ago tomorrow since I stopped smoking, and I'm doing fine. And I'm still dieting. I've not picked at anything because apparently people can put on weight when they stop smoking, but I'm adamant that's not going to happen because I want to lose the weight. But yeah, they're my 2 goals for this year. Do you have any personal goals? If you want to share them, let me know in the comments. But there you have it, guys. I have reeled off some things that you didn't know about me. I did enjoy doing this video. It kind of felt like I was coming clean about a few things. I don't know why. We've all got things we do that we think are silly. We've all got bad habits. I mean, mine is disgusting. I mean, picking your nose. Why have I brought this up again? Matt would probably say another one if he was sat here, but he's not, so we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, we've all got things that we do. We've all got a bad habit or habits, funny habits. We all do things. We've all got little things that annoy us that don't annoy everybody. We've all got our own favourites, you know, even the nicer things like your favourite meals and things like that. And I really enjoyed putting this video together, but I'd like to know things about you too. If you want to let me know anything in the comments, if you've got any more questions that you want me to answer, I'll be open. This is what this video is about. I'll be open and honest, and I will reply to you in the comments. But that is the end of today's video, guys. Please give it a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because it helps me more than you know, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Potter Poppets.